I was just pushed right up against her. I thought, no, I can't sit like that.
So I had to sleep at their house overnight. And then the following morning it was really snowy and we were snowed in, and I could see my kids sledging on the field next door. It was amazing. Anyway, it came back as mucosal disease later. It was a negative, but it was a bit scary. But quite often I had to be away from home for 5 days. One time in Liverpool, went to some pigs, wolf feeder in Liverpool, and that again looked very much like foot and mouth. So I think that must have been the amount of money he has.
It's just unbelievable. I mean,
the lady here at this farm, she does a lot of sheepdog trialling, and she's on that programme. You can see her ducks that she uses for sheepdog trial demonstrations there. Yeah, so feel free to go to the parsonage if you want, or come with me down to the shops or whatever.
Oh, 1847.
Come all of you, both eager men, want Christmas to be soft. I pray you if you are afraid of that you should do no wrong. Take my advice, take no strong drink, don't go sleeping with all. Begging out like a begging all, be as happy as I. But the saints in back go there, me boys, hands and the feet grow cold. If to me belly all kinds of a liquors, well, they don't leave you all old. Rather be bigger than a king, I'll tell you the reason why. Think and swinging off like a nigger, I'll be as happy as I. But the sights and back for their boys, hands and the feet grow cold. If to be belly all kinds of liquors, whether it be you or old.
Sorry, I didn't fill it a bit full. Yeah. If it's strong enough, I'll try it. It's perfect. It's because I don't take milk. I tend to fill it too high. I was trying not to with the other question. I would do it.
Have you got the spatulas?
Oh yeah, they're oh sorry, yeah, they're in the corner.
there's a lot about it because it's up towards the canal as well. So you get a lot of rats.
Neat.
Yorkshire, eh? Possibly be last year's females. This will be their first
Are you on the
breeding season.
We're coming back.
Oh, right.
And they spend all their time underground.
And as the mole runs on, it pushes up on that plate. Yeah.
So it's really quick.
Yeah, the whole idea is that it's a humane.
Yeah.
And we have a problem in the UK in the fact that there is no type approval for a mole trap, hence why there's so many different variants. DEFRA are currently investigating along with Natural England to try and actually bring out an approved trap that's going to guarantee a level of unconsciousness within so many seconds, irretrievable unconsciousness, because some of these traps this one here that some individual has brought out, it sounds quite good. It's not a kill trap, it's a restraining device.
Yeah, that's
so
very nice.
it will restrain the mole, and people will think, oh well, when they go to it, it's killed the mole. It hasn't. The mole has actually died. I mean, a lot of the traps, even these traps, which are used a lot in. This is an English scissor trap. Everyone assumes that they kill the mole. It's, whereas something like this, it's quite a lot more powerful, and it's a very thin wire, so it exerts a lot more pressure when it goes. But you can actually have moles that don't get caught correctly. Ideally, you want to see. Can you see where that one's been caught there?
Yeah.
That one's been caught a little bit far back, but you don't have much control over how far the mole goes in, because some moles will actually go a long way through before triggering the trap, and others will actually get caught by a paw because they've triggered it too soon. There's so many variables involved with catching the moles. In America, for catching moles, he designed those simply because all the mole traps in America were too big, because they're actually designed to catch goldfish. Even though the mole is powerful, it wouldn't have the strength to trigger the trap, but the design is to catch a goldfish.
Maybe the moles are bigger in the US.
Do they have moles?
Yes, right. In America, there are a few different. There's the eastern mole. I think there's a starface mole. But according to the guy who made these, they are actually smaller moles than our European moles.
And does your dog smell where a mole might be and
Yes.
dig it out?
Yeah. If I'm putting a trap in, she always comes in and sticks her head in the hole, and if the mole hasn't been through recently, she just sticks her head in, looks at me and walks off. If the mole has been through very recently, it's still left a lot of scent, and she will then start looking. If she's presented with a lot of molehills in a field, she will go to the last one that's been dug out. The moleskin clothing was obviously very popular. They were also used for luxury seats on aircraft. The pelts were also used by plumbers. Years ago, when they used to use lead to make pipes, to join them together, they would use the pelt of a moleskin to wipe it around. It was called a wiped joint, and it's because the mole's fur was superior to anything else to actually give the finish to the soldered joint. They will get taken by foxes, badgers, weasels, stoats and cats, but most of the time the mole has got to be very close to the surface, or actually on the surface, and it's very vulnerable then. But it's the only mammal that I know of that if you have a live one and you put it in your hand, it's no fear of anything, because it's never ever got in its makeup, it's never had any reason to fear a human.
Wall in the bottom, maybe for a wall they say 2.5 feet, something
so
like
it's
that.
feed up if you looked along it.
If you looked along it when it's been built from scratch, it's tapered, it's in the shape of an A, if you will.
Gives more strength.
For more strength and to keep the weight all the way across. And the tops, when you put these on the top of the wall,
Holding
it
it
waterproofs it a little bit as well. As the water's hitting there, it's running off down both sides of the wall instead of running down the centre of the wall.
The water will be the ice, won't it? When it freezes.
Yeah, that's it.
That'll
Yes, exactly.
bust it apart.
That's it. In the middle of winter.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people nowadays, the younger ones, they tend to fill the middle of the wall with soil or anything. Yeah. But they don't realise that when it does freeze,
It's even more heave.
it expands and it pushes the wall down. So you never put soil or anything like that in the middle of the wall.
Because the water can run out. if it's through stones.
Water can run anywhere. They act as a land drain as well. When you've had them up for say 10, 15 years, a brand new wall, the water finds its way into the footings and runs away down the wall, around the base of the wall.
Oh, because there's no grass roots or anything. It's
No,
all
it
this
just
dirt.
finds its own way. It's like a riverbed, if you will. It finds a little channel like that and runs all the way down it.
Oh, I never knew that. Yeah.
And do you get your...
Are you taking note? We do this in the garden.
Oh, you tried to
Just
4 hours.
try some mortar.
Like a big major jigsaw puzzle. And you put some
So,
move them around.
you don't do jigsaws at home now?
No, after a day doing this, you don't need jigsaws. I'm telling you.
Do you ever have a need to tap them in with a mallet or something?
I have my hammer
I see them on there.
for emergencies,
Yeah,
but
normally
basically once it's been a wall before, you should be able to just pick the stones up and they'll go back somewhere in the similar places. It's just a knack. The more you do it, the easier it becomes.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I've had 40 years of doing it. So,
and it's become very easy.
well, no, I still am. You never finish learning. I've been to Tenerife and I've done a bit of walling with the stone there as well, and that does take. That's that hard. You can't really break it with a hammer.
I have no particular. No. What, hang on, before you open it, what's the other one?
Black sheep. So that's from Masham in Yorkshire, Timothy Taylor's Middle England.
Okay, and
They're both very pleasant.
okay, but they're not like a Guinness type beer, are they?
No.
Oh, okay, well, they have a black sheep.
You must be the fussiest man.
Oh, I
After
don't
John
like
Smart.
Guinness.
After John Smart.
I really do not like Guinness much.
There's some, this is Madonna's favourite beer.
Very much. Yeah, I wasn't. The fact that it was Madonna's put me off.
Oh really? Oh dear, I should have told you.
Gareth, I'll leave that by your right hand so you can reach it in your ears.
Hello.
Just get my hand up.
Thank you. Yes. Hello, Gareth.
Nice to see
Yes,
you, Agnes.
you too.
Sorry about the cold hand. I've been helping with stonemason.
Very good. Yes. Yes.
Learning about cross tying and cross filling.
Throughs.
Throughs, that's right.
Well, I just need to.
Your shortness is sometimes in the area.
Yeah. Sometimes not. Yeah. I told you.
Norway's big day today.
Hang on.
And now, the second is Gareth's big day today. Happy birthday, Gareth.
Yeah, just come in.
His first fly.
Well,
Did you see the wall being down? Interesting, eh?
Paper here. On behalf of the delegates of the pre-conference tour, the delegates from Africa, South Africa, and Australia in south, and Canada and Norway in the north.
New Zealand.
Are you further south than Australia? Yes. Sorry, that was the first mistake. Yeah.
So you could leave Australia out.
I will thank our host, that be Judith, Tom, and Agnes, and the two men that have been showing us the mole catching and the fencing. I don't
Dry
know.
stone walling.
Okay, yeah. So thank you all for your hospitality, kindness, and also beauty.
You're talking about us, Agnes and I.
Dilosh ju favor kan mol ni dafa.
What?
That was Welsh. I bought a Welsh dictionary. That's oh, you know what I mean? Thank you so much. And the sheep are blessed. So this has been a perfect day,
Good.
perfect environment, and perfect weather for Norwegians. The atmosphere of paradise. And this is a special day for Norway and also for Garrett.
Yes.
Because it is the national day of Norway.
Oh, is it? Oh.
So today a lot of children have been out in the street, going there. We are not have a military parade, but they are children. So in tribute to you, Vibeke and I will sing the national song, a part of it.
Where's Tom? I don't know where he is.
And we have, sorry, we have this. Okay.
The Norwegian national song.
Vi start. 1, 2, 3. Ja, vi elsker dette landet som det stiger frem. Furet bærbit over vannet til de 1000 hjem. That's the whole. I don't know if you want to have these flags.
We don't need them.
Yes, you don't need them. And as a memory from, I put them in here then, yes. Memory from this tour. If you hold this,
I
yes.
can hold, yes.
And this is tea from UK.
Oh yes,
Yes.
the cake was soaked in.
Yeah.
Yorkshire tea.
And here is a cake or pastry from UK.
Parkin. Yeah.
Parkin. Oh, you know it already. Yeah. And there are cups. You may have seen it before. Okay.
You probably bought them.
So it's cups from UK with something
Very
at the
special
bottom.
on the bottom.
And there are 2 cups. So I think you and Tom has to share one, and Agnes has one. If that's okay. Yes. Okay, I put it all together here.
Thank you.
And then it's the
Agnes and
bag.
I'll argue about it later.
The bag is also from UK.
What to do?
Okay, thank you very much.
We love the Yorkshire Park.
It was almost right, it's all from Yorkshire, really.
Well, actually, it's all from Yorkshire. Yes, it's
Like that's a lie, I've always talked to you about such things.
Very Yorkshire. And I didn't recognise your Welsh until you said.
My pronunciation.
I lived in Wales for 40 years, so it's Diolch yn fawr means thank you in Welsh.
Okay, I'm sorry for this pronunciation. I tried the best I could.
very well.
He bought the dictionary 2 days ago.
Well, I hope you've had a good, relaxing, complicated day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Right, back on the bus. Come on.
Right. And actually, the biggest employer is the Skipton Building Society. Now.
He said I've got to come back.
Small vegetables.
So you just stop for some more. You can only email or send you. Just saying like he said just about the time when all the new work is coming out. I don't need to have a bit of conservation landscape. All sort of things we've been talking about.
Having had that wonderful Welsh folk rendition the other night, thought we'd adapt the lyrics somewhat. But before, just to warm your vocal cords up, we heard from Snore that today is the Norwegian National Day, and he assures me that one verse of the national anthem is enough. But so to warm your vocal cords up before we rehearse for next Thursday night, let's give Gareth a suitable recognition of his coming of age. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gareth. Happy birthday to you. Hooray! 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 Thank you. Correspondence won't be entered into. Was he because he has no say in it, no say in it at all. How the shearing goes, click, clickety, click, oh, no, it is slow, and the cat troubles the sheep every wood line, and you still hear the shears going, click, click, click. 60 different breeds, Welsh, Black Mountain, Romney and Jacob, Texel Wales breed. Medieval barons grew house room, steam in a hoe, cream teas, raisins, cakes, thick cream and strawberry jam, lace, cheese, park and salt, tea towels, not a bloody land.
We actually have a new member of the trio.
I don't know the song.
Doesn't matter. Here we go. And led on by. There you go, boy. Birthday boy.
They're over there.
Now don't forget.
We sing it now strong.
Yes.
Strong.
It goes like this.
My little lamb has nothing to worry. Zimbali, Zimbali, ooly, 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 ooh.
The second verse is the same, but this time much, much softer.
How soft?
My little lamb has nothing to worry. Zimbali, Zimbali,
The third verse is the same, except much, much softer.
has nothing to worry. Zimbali, Zimbali, ooly, ooly, ooh. Oh, brilliant.
Remember of our dear friend Purdy from Finland.
He was on the Australian tour back in...
And taught us that, didn't he?
Yeah, did he? But now...
And South Africa.
Swing your hips,